Good evening, it's Miss Cool. We're going to dive in and have a little dinner here, and we're going to chew on some information that I don't know if you need, but I certainly do. So we're in chapter 7 here when it says, when grown-ups throw tantrums. Okay, now let's dive into how you have allowed other people's emotional reactions to influence your decisions. Okay? The reality is adults are as emotional as children, and it is not your responsibility to manage someone else's reactions. As long as you let other people, that's an S, as long as you let other people's, because there's usually more than one, emotional immaturity dictate your choices, you'll always come last in your own life. Isn't that sad? You'll always come last in your own life. Wow, this is interesting. I had no idea how big of a problem this was for me, and neither do you. From navigating guilt trips to fearing disappointments to worrying about someone's reaction or if now is the right time to tiptoeing around someone's mood. Tiptoeing around someone's mood. You're allowing other people's behavior and reactions to drain your energy. Draining your energy. Wow. Do you have enough energy to do some wonderful things that you need to be doing for yourself? You probably do. But it goes deeper than that. Their passive aggressive behavior here, guilt trips and emotional outbursts are driving your decisions. This is why you say yes when you really want to say no. You listening to me this evening, folks? I'm reading this book called Let Them. Okay? This is why it is hard for you to set boundaries. This is why you walk on eggshells when certain people are in a bad mood. Sure, it feels easier in the moment to give in to your sister's guilt trip, but in the long run, you lose a crucial piece of yourself. Oh, you lose a crucial piece of yourself. Listen, we are a puzzle. We're made up of many dimensions. Love, a lot of things, okay? Just beautiful things, okay? When it said there that you lose a crucial piece of yourself, when every interaction with your girlfriend or boyfriend leaves you. I like this. It's really broad about a lot of different things. I'm holding my phone, one hand here on the right, left hand. Okay, emotionally exhausted. Ask yourself this. Why are you always the one who has to adjust? Boy, isn't that beautiful? Why are you... Yeah, that's it right there. Why are you always the one who has to adjust? Why do you take a responsibility for someone else's happiness at the expense of your own? You will always come last if you let other people's emotional immaturity have power over you. Instead of taking on the weight of someone's disappointment, anger, or guilt, you'll learn a liberating new approach. Just let them react. When you say let them, you give other people the space to feel. Boy, there it is. You give other people the space to feel their emotions without needing to fix them. When you say let me, you do what's right for you, even if it upsets someone, which is how you take responsibility for your own life. It's time to stop being manipulated by someone else's guilt, anger, or disappointment. Now, we've all done this with children. Okay, I'm stopping for a minute. We've all done this with children, okay? We teach them patience, little bits till they can full on either twiddle their thumbs or color in a coloring book. Nowadays, people just hand children phones. And we've all seen their reactions to what it's like when you try to take those phones out of their little manitos, their hands. Okay. Other people's emotions, reactions are not your responsibility to manage. I learned this from my therapist, Dr. Ann Davin, who is a depth psychologist, writer, and the smartest woman I've ever met. One day I was talking with her about creating boundaries with a particular difficult family member. The thing is, I don't want this person to bother me. It's just that they have this way of constantly making it about them. Wow, boy, have I experienced that. I bet you have someone in your family like this. You know, an evening with the person is going to be incredibly draining if the attention is not on them. They have endless ways of bringing it back to them, positive or negative. Okay, so, as I go through this, I wanted to jump over here and just read a few things before I get off of this. This is Miss Cool here reading this evening. Adult children behavior. Okay, here's another great chapter. Let's take the very common experience of someone in your life giving you the silent treatment. Has anybody met those people? They call it gray wall or something. I don't know. The silent treatment is what an immature adult does when they're upset and they don't know how to process their emotions in a healthy and respectful manner. So instead, they stop talking. They pretend nothing is wrong, and often they ignore you. And if you've ever been on the receiving end of the silent treatment from a friend, a family member, or a coworker, it's painful. And your immediate instinct is to try to figure out what you did wrong. Hallelujah. Tonight we're talking about this. I have a sister that's done it. She's the victim. Oh my goodness, she can't be wrong. She can't work it out, so I'm going to let them. And that's exactly what the person's giving you the silent treatment wants. They want your attention, just like a child pouting off in a corner wants the parent to come over and soothe them. Soothe them. An adult that gives you the silent treatment wants you to ask, are you okay? And can I do something? And what did I do wrong? If for anybody that I need to stop now, this book has really changed my life. Some of the things I knew needed to brush up on. It's like wearing a pair of shoes that are all dusty, okay? The shoes have become dusty. They need to be buffed up and shined. And so I can walk and I can discover a new way. Wouldn't you want to walk better, have a new way? I know I would. Okay? A family member or coworker, it's painful and your immediate instinct is to try to figure out what you did wrong. And that's exactly what the person's giving you the silent treatment wants. They want your attention just like a child. Did you see that? Pouting off in a corner wants the parent to come over and soothe them. An adult that gives you the silent treatment wants you to ask, are you okay? And can I do something? And what did I do wrong? They use the silent treatment because they don't know how to process their own emotions. And they are trying to get you to come over to them and ask what's wrong, so they don't have to do it for themselves. Okay, so this book is wonderful this evening. I'm reading it. Let them think bad thoughts about you. We can go through this. Look at how I'm underlining things. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. If anyone wants a good read, I think this is good for anyone. It's like a napkin at a table to wipe your mouth. You have got to get into things like this. And look at this again. The time that you have with people that you love is like a melting ice cube. And with that, have a wonderful evening. It's Miss Cool. I've got an old school dictionary here. Isn't this cute? Look at here. I'm reading, art is experience. Okay. I have some different things here. You can have a lot of books around, but if you're actually not reading them and putting them into use, what good is it? So look at this old school. I had a old dictionary. You ready for this, everybody? And what's written on it? Well, you might as well go ahead and read it. Miss Cool. Oh, that's how I have my name in California in the sidewalk. Miss Cool. Kind of looks like gang writing, but I certainly wasn't a gangster. But I was young, running around in Pasadena, California. So I wrote that as a treasure. And I like these old dictionaries. When you open up, it smells like a library, and places that you've been and want to learn. Isn't it beautiful? There's so many things to learn in life, isn't there? From magnets to just everything. Do you want to learn? I do. I'm enjoying learning. You know what the hard part about learning is? It's painful. It's painful and it's wonderful. And it's all here for us. Have a wonderful night.